Good morning, good evening, and good night to those who are watching us from Australia. So lovely that you joined us today. That's a good view of my roof, my ceilings. Let's bring it down a little bit. So I hope you're well. We're excited to share some career conversations with you today. And I have fabulous Rosemary with me. So I'm going to bring Rosemary in so that we can get right into our conversation. So please do let us know where you are in the world. We see Misty here, and then we know that Misty, good morning, she's in Oregon, gorgeous Oregon. And Debbie, welcome. Where are you from, Debbie? Like to know where you're from. So thank you for joining us today. And hi, John. John is such a talent, guys. You've got to check out what John is doing. Super, super talented. And he's going to be one of my hair heroes soon. So, Rosemary, we're talking about being mentored. So let's get into this conversation, the what, the why, and the how. We're going to get all into that good stuff.
Yep, most certainly. Well, so we have a lot of friends from Canada, Vivian, Ontario, British Columbia, Canada. We have also Great Pacific Northwest. And hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us. For those of you who are on Instagram, thanks for coming over as we continue our career conversations and the proper mentoring. So you are speaking into the 4 components, which is what is the goal? Why have it? How are you going to achieve it? And what if you do, or what if you don't? The result. So I'm going to have you just kind of delve into it a little bit, and then I'm going to have some questions and feed off of that. And of course, I will keep looking at the comments to see for our friends. And guys, stay engaged in the comments, because even if we don't necessarily get to it right away, we have a friend from England. John is obviously from England, and it's important to stay connected to us so that we can see it, because these are things for you, so, yes, we're here engaging each other, but we're here for you. So,
yeah, absolutely. Well, I'm curious to know, my friends, how many of you currently could say you really have a mentor in your life, or you have someone that coaches you in your life right now to help you go to that next place? I'm curious to know where you are with that. So let's just hear from you. If you have a coach, yes. If you don't, you're looking for one. If you have a coach, let's do a shout out to them. Someone who is mentoring you. Now, for some of you, it could be your husband. They're ending up being your best advisor. For some of them, I know that my mother and my father were my best mentors. Mm-hmm. My grandmother was an amazing mentor. I had such an amazing support. My ballet teacher was a great mentor. She shaped me to who I am today. And then when my friends and family said, Viv, wherever you do, go to the best of the best, I was scared. I was shy, and I didn't know whether I could handle the best of the best. And it was like I was so scared and so nervous. I wanted to go somewhere level with my insecurity, level with my discomfort. Yeah. And my friends and family said, no, go to the top, go to the best. And I went all those years ago to Vidal Sassoon. And I will never forget the day when I walked into Bond Street Salon, big glass door, 70 people employed in that space.
Wow.
And I walked in and I heard the door close, and I thought, oh my gosh, I'm going to die today. Can anyone die just from the fear of intimidation? Everyone looked fabulous. Everyone looked chic. Everyone was so cool. I was the ginger nerd. Everyone was gothic. I can't do gothic. It just doesn't go for me, right? Purple eyeshadow, purple lips, just didn't work. So I never felt like I belonged. And I thought, how do I feel like I fit in here? Because I want to be good.
Right.
And I thought, well, you are a nerd, Vivian. You probably will always be a nerd, but your work can be amazing. So let your work speak for who you are. You be quiet, you do your work, you knuckle down, you learn and learn and learn, because the only thing that will liberate your lack of confidence is knowledge.
Yeah.
How many of you can relate to that in terms of sometimes we lower our expectations in order to feel comfortable, as opposed to in the stretch? That's where we do our growing, in that amazing stretch. And having mentors who don't just sugarcoat it, because sugarcoating is nice when we've fallen down and we need a hug. But when life is sugar-coated too much, it doesn't make you stronger. You need to be given spinach. So I think that's really important. So we're talking, Rosemary, about the what, the why, the how, and the what if. So I want to ask you guys, I'd like for you right now to put in the chat room, what is a goal that you have? If you could just start to put a goal that you have, it could be career-related, something you want to do in the gym, I don't know, a new man in your life, a new girl in your life, whatever. Give me a goal. So let's identify what is the goal right now that you have. Let's start to see what it is.
Well, we do have, while they're typing in, a few of them said that you're their mentor. And we also had Suzanne Martin. We've had Sharon actually does not have any sort of mentors, not yet. So that means that she's on the road to finding someone. So David Jack says, Naha, that's his goal.
Lovely, lovely. So that's a great goal, because you know what? Entering Naha just pushes you to do your finest work. It doesn't matter what the competition is, if it pushes you to do some amazing work. And when I created the Hair Heroes series, which is living here on Facebook, you can see Christopher Benson's Hair Heroes story. So many of them were driven through competition. It's just amazing what a competition does, because it drives and it pushes you in a really, really cool way. So Naha is a great one. What other goals do we have?
Well, we have Misty also wants to do Naha, and Cindy wants to be the best at my craft, and Sharon would like to get my New York license renewed.
Oh, good for you. That helps, doesn't it? Especially if you're in New York.
Right, exactly.
Okay, so Sharon, when I left England and I went to Canada, for any of my Canadian friends who are going to relate to this, I didn't know that I needed a license to do hair. And so they said, no, you've got to go do this license. So it's like, okay. So I go there and I know I have to do a perm. So I decide to do a weave perm. I weave out the perimeter so she's got soft little pieces, so it's not all tight and curly. Long story short, it was a disaster because they did not appreciate my weave perm for a state board test. I had so many calamities going on. Anyway, I failed my state board test. So here I am. I'm an ex-artistic director from Vidal Sassoons, living in Vancouver, taking my state board to get this license, right? And I fail. I'm mortified. So right then, Sharon, I said I was going to give up. I'm not going to do hair anymore because this licensing was so stupid, right? Talk about ego. So anyway, I took the license again and I was done. So I then come to America and I'm told, you need an American license. I said, oh, you gotta give me, you're kidding me? I would have went through hell with the first one, right? So they said, no, you need a license. And so I thought, there is no way I'm going through that experience again. It was horrible. These judges walking up and down saying, you know, what is that? What is this? And why aren't these pieces wrapped into the perm? So I gathered all my editorial tears that I created over all these years, and it was this thick, right? I sent it into the New York State Board and I said, this is how long I've been doing hair. These are the awards that I've won. This is it. Give me my license. And they did. Because probably if I'd have sat the license, I would have failed again. So make sure, Sharon, you get that license and you keep renewing it. Oh, it's Shannon. Sorry. Yeah, Sharon. That's right.
Sharon.
Yeah. So the goal, you've got to have a clear goal. We all need goals because, as I said before, life is moving forward. And if we don't move forward and we're standing still, we're actually moving backwards. So what is your goal? So we saw Naha as one of them, getting better at your craft, which is great. But let's not be so general. Now let's narrow in. I want to go to the why. Why Naha? Why be better at your craft? Why get your state license? Why? Because the why has to be big. And you have to ask yourself, when failure knocks on your door, which it will the why be big enough to push you through? Will it be big enough? Because if the why is not big enough, the why is the fuel. That's the thing that gets you going and that pushes you forward. So if the why is not big enough, you'll quit when you get that first roadblock. I have, especially during COVID, failed so much. And all I can say to myself is, if you're having a pity party, 5 minutes, make it a really good pity party. Just get it out of your system. Cry, hit the pillow, whatever. Just get it out of your system and then be problem focused, as in how are you going to solve that problem? Solution focused, I should say, because then you get back into your why again. So I want to hear from you guys. Why do you want to do this? Why NAHA? What's the underlying thing behind NAHA? Cindy, what's the underlying thing at really mastering your craft? Is it more money, more confidence, more speed behind the chair? What is it that's going to inspires that elevation? Because that's what we're talking about. We're talking about an elevation. And anytime you elevate something, you've got to climb. And it's much harder to climb than it is to fall down. Wouldn't you agree, Rosemary?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I just wanted to add something. Guys, as we're speaking about these important key points, you should be writing them down, because anytime you take something from when you're taking, it is much different to take pen to paper, because that comes from the mind to the hand to the paper, as opposed to just digitalizing. Digitalizing is something we want to be there to support you, but take this so that you have this as a reference and you don't just put it on the top shelf. I mean, God knows, you can see I have a lot of leadership and coaching books behind me, and I go to them when I'm looking for specific things. So it's very important in the things that Vivian's saying. So continue on, Vivian. So yes, ditto to what you were saying.
Yeah. So we've spoken about the what, we've spoken about the why, now the how, the path.
Right.
I think that most times you think it's going to be easier and quicker than it will ever be. And there's a quote that I love. We overestimate what we can achieve in a year. We underestimate what we can achieve in a lifetime. What I do know is, so say, for example, you come in and you join Hair Designer TV and Vivian McKinder. This is my new site. So if you joined this today, so for example, if you came into Unplugged, which has just launched, and it's kind of a cool place for you to come in. And what we do is we do hair cutting 1 week, color 1 week, styling, and then we go to a Q&A. So if you were to come, say, for example, to Viv Unplugged, that's a light commitment because it's very affordable. It's one new video every week. We have a Q&A at the end of every month, so you and I can talk. We'll actually be able to speak, which will be amazing, because it will obviously be through Zoom, so we can, or some device. We haven't figured that one out yet, because we're doing our first one. I think it's next week. Yeah, I think it is next week. Very exciting. So this is a brand new course, but this is a low commitment, right? So the how, that is a path. That's a path. But what if I said to you, well, that's nice, but what about if we went to a journey together? What if we went on a journey where we are exploring the consultation skills, and we're looking at those, when we're looking at our haircutting fundamentals, when we're looking at how that plays out in our world, when we're looking at, let me just move my screen over here a little bit so you can see, when we're looking at our design in terms of mastering the bob, when we're looking at mastering graduation, when we're looking at mastering our layers, when we look at that journey of the how to being mentored, that's a very, very different thing, because this is going to take you on this incredible journey, and we guide you step by step along the way. We don't leave you alone. We guide you through step by step. So if you're a salon owner, how many of you are salon owners that are with us right now? If you're a salon owner, this is an incredible apprenticeship program. If you're an independent and you own your own business and you're saying, there's me and my clients, and I want to be mentored, and I want to be taught, and I want to be part of a community, this is a journey. So if you are prepared to invest in yourself and just dive into this, we will go on a journey for a year. Now, I've had people go on this course who've been in the business 35 years, and they've reinvented themselves because they were bored with who they are, and they just wanted something new. Rosemary, do you ever get bored with the work that you do? Let's have a confession now.
Absolutely. At least once a week, maybe even twice a week. And I always have to, I have to remind myself, what was the reason why I decided to get into this industry in the beginning?
Yes. Yes. Well, the thing is, guys, if you would like to reach out to us and you'd like us to give you a free coaching call, a free session, don't be shy. Don't play hard to get. Reach out to us. Go to vivianmckinder.com and you can actually connect with one of my team members. We'll fill out a questionnaire and we will explore how we can take you through your what, which is your goal, your why you're doing it, your how path, the path, you need to be on that right path. And then the big questions we're speaking today, Rosemary, is the what if.
Right.
What if you do it? Wow. Wow. But what if you don't? What if reasons and excuses stop you and act as a barrier to stepping into your greatness? So I know we all have roadblocks. I get that. But the powerful thing in being mentored is being vulnerable. Okay, so when I did Hair Heroes, do you think it was scary to be in the presence of these incredible hairdressers, Antoinette Benders, Ruth Roach, Anthony Muscola, Danilo, all these incredible, iconic hairdressers, and have them teach me how to do hair, which is what we do. I ask them, teach me on camera so the world can see. And you're going to see me making mistakes. You're going to see me questioning things and so on and so forth. But what did I take away? I learned. And the most genius thing is I took a little piece of them with me. I have a little tiny piece of Danilo in me. It's just a baby piece, but he taught me something, as he is anytime in Danilo's presence. And if you don't know who Danilo is, again, search the word Danilo. And Danilo has done Gwen Stefani's hair for 20 plus years. He's done every major celebrity out there, an incredible editorial celebrity hairdresser, and the sweetest, most beautiful man. I want to learn from people who are kind. I want to learn from people who are humble. I don't want to learn from someone who's an egomaniac. I want to learn from people who've been there, done it, got the t-shirt. And I know you can learn from everybody, but time is non-negotiable. And when you think about how much time you spend browsing through the social world, that time, you can't get it back. Now, if you learn something, you apply it, you make money out of it, it was well invested.
Right.
You always have to ask, don't you, Rosemary, whether you're investing time versus wasting time. And if it's anything to do with our business, invest. So I promise you, if you come onto my courses at Vivian McKinder, and there's still a lot of content on Hair Designer TV because we have 2 websites right now, so we're kind of morphing between them.
Yeah.
We're there to help you. We're there to guide you, and we're going to stop the noise, and we're going to save you time when you search through all the free stuff that's out there that isn't curated in a structured course, because learning is a structure. When you learn something that's way out here and you're here, you're destined to fail. But when you build, it may not be that sexy, but when you build and climb slowly, then you love who you come on the journey.
Yeah. Well, it's like John says, one of my mentors, and he says, consistency compounds. You have to be consistent, guys. It has to be something that comes from the heart, and you have to be there. You're disciplined. And, I love what everybody's writing. Sharon was a salon owner and she got burned out, but she's willing to reinvent herself. So she's in that process. Misty wants to make beautiful hair, and she loves the journey, and she wants to know that she has risen to that cage.
And then Debbie, we've got Debbie here as well.
Yes, her goal is not about awards. It's about wanting to move my clients ahead and giving them something current and exciting. So, it's all great stuff that everybody's got going on. So challenge yourself with those questions that Vivian has presented before you guys.
Yes, and they're great quote from John.
Oh, 100%. Yep.
Go ahead.
100% would always rather regret doing it than regret not doing it. Well said.
Yeah. Well said, John. We love that. So, guys, do go to my website and check out the great courses that we have. Please do sign up for a consultation with us. Let us help you. Let us guide you. And let's discover where you are right now so that we can take you to where you want to be. And with commitment and with a vision, it's possible. And remember the power of the thoughts, because thoughts carry emotion and carry energy, and thoughts put out into the world say something to that world. So if you are coming from that place of I can, and you put that thought out there, it's amazing what the universe will bring to you. But if you say I can't, so listen to the words carefully today. Listen to the cans versus the cannot, and listen very, very mindfully to that, because sometimes we are in our own way. And we end up being, it's like we're trying to go through life, but we've got the handbrake on.
Yeah.
So the handbrake could be called not believing in yourself. Believe in yourself. Get that support. Mentoring is people that some of the most famous, amazing people I know all have mentors. I just joined a millionaire club. I'm not a millionaire, but I just joined it to listen to how millionaires talk.
Yeah.
And I was on the weekend listening to a guy who's not a millionaire, he's a billionaire. And it was so interesting listening to him speak. And he said, you know what? Everyone says you've got to do this on Instagram, you've got to do this on Facebook, and you've got to do this on LinkedIn, and you've got to do this and this and this. And you're like this dancing monkey. He said, I don't do any of that stuff. He said, but what I've discovered is my own path. I'm true to my voice. I believe in what I'm doing, and I renegade. He said, so I look for the things that people are not doing. I jump into the not doing area. I see a business opportunity. I turn around that opportunity and I make money. And so he said, the most important thing is being authentic to yourself and not feeling the peer pressure to do it because everybody else is. And I thought that was really powerful.
That is really powerful. Yeah, no, it truly is. You know, it again, you know, you think of the most brilliant people in this world, and those. Oh, geez, just had a little accident. No,
was that your cat?
No, that was my phone that just went flying. But that's okay.
We should see your cats. You've got loads of them. She's got 4 cats there. Is there one we could see?
They're not in proximity. They're taking a nap, a cat nap. I have my Garfield. I have to go
back as a cat.
There's my Garfield in the background. See my Garfield?
Well, I thank you guys so much for being with us today. We appreciate it. We appreciate your contribution. Please do come back and join us next week. And we will be doing a little tease of Viv Unplugged at 1:00 today on Instagram. So I'll be showing you something that was, oh, what a discovery. I learned something about waving. As I was doing this thing that I'm going to show you later on today, I thought I should have practiced this before going on camera. And I thought, you know, I've done so many waves. I get it, right? Well, I struggled. And to prove it, it's been filmed. But I learned something incredible. So come back later on today at 1 if you've got time, and I'll show you what I learned, because it was like, oh my gosh. And hopefully my hair will not be I'm turning into a fuzzball. My air conditioning broke. I still don't have it. Guess what? I won't get air conditioning till September. Back ordered. So cool. I'm going to turn into this chia pet. Chia.
Oh my God. No, you look adorable. It doesn't even look like you're having a frizz day. Trust me.
Rosemary cut my hair. Didn't she do a good job?
And she cut mine. As no surprise.
We should do next time. We should do something on Instagram with me cutting your hair and you cutting my hair and have a bit of a laugh.
Yeah, and we can do the hokey pokey afterwards.
All right. Okay, guys. We love you lots. Thank you so much for joining. Rosemary, thank you so much. I hope you found some value today. Again, remember, apply the principle of the what, the why, the how, and the what if. Put it into place today. We'd love to hear back from you. Put in the chat what you've learned, what you discovered. Write out your goal, because by sharing it with us, it's a commitment, right? We'll be back on checking up on you.
Yeah. Yes, it was great to see you. It was great to see all of you. Thank you for participating. Thank you for being here. And Cindy, yes, we can both cut your hair. We'll cut one side and she'll cut the other side, and we'll just keep going until we get it done.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.